What is going on, beautiful people? Today we are talking about, do narcissists ever care? Did they ever care about you? Did they ever love you? If you're new here, my name is Lee Hammock. I'm actually a clinically diagnosed narcissist, and welcome to another episode of the Narcissists Code. Welcome back. Hot button topic. Isn't it? Why does this have to be a hot button topic? So many people are just like, so many people see this, they hear this, right? They see it, they hear it, and somebody, like, they see the question, they probably saw the thumbnail, and the first thing out to their ears, out of their mouth, was no. They're like, no, they never cared. They never did anything. They never cared about me. That helps me heal. Just know, guys, no matter how long you were with them, there's never a second of time that they cared about you and you wasted all your life. But just start healing now. 40 years later, 50 years later, just start your healing process now. You wasted 50 years. Like, y'all, I have narcissistic personality disorder, which a lot of times is accompanied by a lack of empathy, right? But I have a lot. This is when my empathy does kick in, and I just tell people. So from my perspective, and this is not gonna be true for everybody, but from my perspective, did they ever care? A lot of them probably did at first, y'all. I would say this: most of them cared more in the beginning than they did in the end. I'll say it like that. Yeah, if they did care, most of the caring and the love and the compassion was at the beginning. You know. Could they have bumps? Like, it starts off with, most relationships with narcissists start off on high notes, right? They start off good, because if it was bad 100% of the time, you would leave, wouldn't you? You wouldn't stay in a relationship that started off with them punching you in your mouth. Like, hey, here's the first date. This is what you have to expect for the rest of your life. Bap, and it hit you in the first date. Is there a possibility that some people would stay through that? Maybe. I'm not gonna say never, because you never know these days. I never say never, but a lot of times in these spaces, this is what happens right here. This is the dynamic. This is a lot of, like, they cared mostly in the beginning because they presented their best foot forward, like most people do, right? But that's how it goes. Like, in the beginning, they cared the most, because it's gonna sound bad, but even when a narcissist is caring about you, they are centering themselves in that. What do you mean by that, Lee? Even though they care about you, it's how you make them feel about themselves. It's how you make us feel about ourselves. Because so many people on these self-aware narcissist chats, for some reason, think I'm trying to distance myself from being a narcissist. We've got to do videos about narcissists, But so many people try, like, it's just how it goes. Like, they center themselves in them caring about you. And I know that sounds weird, but that's how it goes a lot of times. Like, the narcissist in the beginning, when they're love bombing you, they are also feeling good. Like, they love the feeling that loving you or caring about you gives them. So they want to reciprocate that. So I care about you. You make me feel good about myself. I feel great. So I want to reciprocate that. I want to make you feel how I feel, right? So I show you that I care. I do all this other stuff. So let me rewind a little bit. Could this be manipulation from the beginning? Yes, it is absolutely possible that you have a toxic, manipulative person that is being a manipulator from the beginning, that is open to manipulation from the very beginning. This is how it goes. This is part of the process right here. They are open. They are trying to manipulate you. They're trying to come live with you. They're trying to marry you because they need a green card or something like that. I've heard that happen before too. Like. And it's not, that's how it happens. Not me trying to be not a racist trope. I've heard this story probably 100 times. We got married, Lee, and they disappeared on me. Like, I now have to go down to the office and try to file a reversal, try to get the marriage annulled so they can get that, so they can stop the process of them becoming a citizen. Like the international toxic narcissist. Yeah, those exist. They really do. They really, really do. Heard that happening from Nigeria, from Mexico, just all over. Yeah, it does happen. It does really, really does happen. But that's part of the process, though. Those people are being manipulative from the beginning because they have a goal in mind. But not all people have those type of goals in mind to manipulate you from the beginning. Some of them want you to feel good about them because you make them feel good about themselves. Yes, they are centering themselves in it a lot of times. Not all the times, they're centering themselves in it about how they feel. But yeah, like I said, some of them do care, but it's mostly going to be in the beginning, y'all. It starts off, I said this before, but relationships with narcissists kind of age. Like, you ever seen the movie Benjamin Button with Brad Pitt? When he aged in reverse. He was born like an old man and got, as he got older, he got younger. That's how it happens. The narcissistic relationships are like Benjamin Button. They go in reverse. The good part is at the beginning, and it goes downhill. Most relationships start at the bottom, and you work your way to the top of love, the peak of love, the mountain, the summit of love. But a relationship with a narcissist or toxic person starts off at the summit. You start off on the summit. You start off at the top. You start off, we are up here. You are up here at the summit, at the top of the summit with this narcissistic person. That's how it goes. And that's why I tell people, like, this is part of the process. This is part of the dynamic when you're dealing with a narcissistic person. Like, the best is in the beginning. So they care more at the beginning than they do at the end. It doesn't mean that they stop caring. It doesn't mean, it doesn't go from the top of the mountain to the bottom of, it doesn't go from the top of the mountain to the bottom of it. It could, like I said, there's going to be like little cliffs, little edges. Some of it doesn't go from the top to the bottom. Yeah, but most times you're going to hit little edges and valleys and things like that. You might fall into a crevasse, but that's not the bottom. That happens too. So you have to be. This is some of the stuff you have to be prepared for. And I know people, when I tell people this, they're just like, well, Lee, this doesn't sound like love or carrying it out. Yo, I'm just telling you from the narcissist perspective. No, not everybody is going to agree with me, and I tell people I'm totally fine with being disagreed with. I think they think I'm lying. They're like, well, you're lying. You're not totally fine with being disagreed with. Yeah, I'm fine with people disagreeing with me. I'm not fine with people disrespecting me because we disagree. Like, Lee, you're an idiot. You're a damn idiot. You don't know S. You don't know. You're stupid. Beep. Because you have no rebuttal but to call me, ad hominem attacks. You're attacking me. Like, you calling me names? Come on, bruh. Come on. But that happens. So did they care? Like, what if? So let me say this right here. What if they cared about you to the maximum of their ability to care? What if they loved you to their maximum ability? What if it just wasn't enough? What if they love you as much as they could love, but in the end, it wasn't enough for you? What is that? Does that help you heal? Because I don't think, like, just for me, because I've talked to a lot of people in these positions, you're married with somebody for 20, 10, 5, 10, 50, however long you married, or in a relationship with this person. Not everybody gets married. But let's say you've been together for 30 years. Y'all done built a family together. Y'all got grandkids, great grandkids, all that type of stuff. Y'all got family members. Y'all got built a huge family, right? At the end, imagine somebody's just telling you that person never cared about you and just move on with your life. You have to help heal, find some self-love. Imagine you wasted 30 years of your life with somebody that you built a family with and kids with. So did they care about you at some point in time? Yeah. I don't think most narcissists stay with people that they don't care about. Yeah, narcissists don't like being by themselves, but I don't think they will force themselves to stay in a marriage or create a family with somebody that they hate, because they'll make them hate themselves. Some of them do it, y'all. Some of them will do it. Yeah, I'm not gonna say none of them. Some of them will do it, but most of them are not thinking like that, y'all. Most of them do fall for you. They do care about you, but then something in their minds or whatever switches off. Something in their minds flips off, and it makes them care a little bit less. That's what I'm saying. It makes them care a little bit less. As time goes on, they care less and less and less. But just because they care less does not mean that they'll let you go. And I think that's the disconnect me and a lot of people have right there, because they stay with you. I think people they will discard you, but just because they discard you does not mean that they will get rid of you. They will emotionally discard you, but it doesn't mean that they will absolutely physically get rid of you, because a part of them maybe still cares about you. A part of them maybe does nice things for you every once in a while, because they do care, but they just don't know how. Maybe they love you to they love you to the maximum ability that they know how to love, that they were they were taught how to love, that they had the model of how to love. Maybe they had abusive parents and whatnot, neglectful parents. They didn't show them what love looked like. So they loved you as much as they could, but it just wasn't enough. And this is not me trying to make excuses for any type of emotional, physical abuse. Hell no. That's absolutely not what I'm trying to do. What I'm trying to say is that maybe what if they cared about you to the maximum that they could care? You know, what if they loved you to the maximum of their ability, but it just ran out? Just their love flame, or the flame of them caring, just didn't burn bright enough for you. Maybe it wasn't enough for you. You know, to me, that doesn't seem like a waste of time. That just seems like you might have outgrew them. You need more. You need more heat. You need more heat than their love flame can provide. You know, and a lot of times, y'all, their bigger heat comes from within yourself. Their love heat comes from within you. You know, it doesn't go anywhere else. The love heat comes from within yourself in those spaces. That's how it goes, though, y'all. That's why I'm just telling people, when you're dealing with narcissists, toxic people, or whoever, that's part of it right there. This is part of the dynamic of growing in these relationships. Understanding that just because it ends doesn't mean that person hates you. They may hate how you make them feel about themselves. But I personally don't think people waste time, especially if you didn't have the information provided in front of you, the information that you have right now. Maybe somebody didn't have the information 20 years ago, 10 years ago, 30 years ago. Maybe you didn't have the information. Maybe if you had the information 40 years ago, maybe you would have left earlier, you know, but you did your best you could to survive. Like I said, now you know. Now the information is in front of you. Now would it be because you know what you're dealing with, you know who you're dealing with? Would it be a waste of time now? That's for you to decide, you know, because your eyes have been open. You have all the information provided in front of you. You know, it's like somebody give you a pop quiz. If somebody gave you a pop quiz on a material you've never seen before, you're probably going to fail it. You're probably going to guess and get some. You might can guess and get something right up. Some of the answers right if it's multiple choice. But if it's like, you know, but you had a chance to study and people give you the information, you get a better grade. You see what I'm saying? Like if somebody gives you a pop quiz on narcissism, you never heard the word, you don't. But now you learned about it. You might can pass that test with an 80, 90, or even 100. You know, you woke now. Stay woke, stay blessed, stay empowered, y'all. Anyways, y'all, hope y'all enjoyed this video. I'm out. Thank you so much for making it to the end of my video. You are a mental healness rock star, and I appreciate you for being here. If you haven't already, make sure to click on the screen to subscribe to the channel and watch another one of my videos in my playlist. There's also a link available up here for you to purchase my kids' book, Remember It's Not Your Fault, on Amazon. So check that out. Thank you. I will see you in the next video. Peace.